same shit. But that shit takes a long time anyway.
So
I'm not really concerned. I'm not even thinking about that. That's the least that I'm worried about. Like, she wants to go and get mad at me for making fun of her in a hospital with a cancer patient. Like, I had no idea Angela Hill sent me that picture. I didn't even know that she was anywhere to do with cancer or anybody. And you know, she's like, come on, I'm doing the real relief work. I'm doing the real shit over here. Like, you got paid and you look good to go take pictures with some cancer patients.
Well, I love you posted that picture on Facebook of Cyborg with his red hair or whatever you want to, his or her, the red hair, and then she has that chick shitting in the background.
Yeah, she was. I think she was so amazed. I was gonna. Like, I wanted to put, she looked good in drag, but I didn't do that.
So, hilarious. Angela, what do you know about your opponent that you're going to fight in the next in your next event
on 218?
I've watched a couple of her fights. Actually, I got to watch them because I've known about. Actually, I think you know what's funny? So I was very proud of myself because I'm a procrastinator. I got my contract, which was in August, like 29th. I was very proud of myself because I got that right back to them on the 30th. Well, I got a message from the UFC yesterday saying, "Where's my bout agreement?" And I got an extension. I got they extended my contract. So my extension letter and my bout agreement. So I was like, wait. And for some reason, they didn't get it, and I had sent it, and it actually went through, and I resent it. But I was like, what's going on? I'm cutting weight. Like, you're telling me I had this fight not going on? Like, I was freaking out. But everything's good. That was just some blip in the email. I don't know what happened. I did send it off like the next day, August 30th. So so that's just kind of a funny thing. I think that's why I don't think the UFC has made a press release or anything. Have they? Do you know? I haven't been able to.
We haven't seen anything. Yeah, we haven't seen anything recently updated or anything like that.
Yeah. So I think maybe that they're waiting on that. They were waiting on my bout agreement because they didn't even, they can't say anything until the contract's signed, I guess. But anyways, what I know about her is I think she's 2-3, but she did have a couple wins on the Tough show. She seems to have good cardio in some stuff and on some fights and not so much in the others. And I honestly, and if you look at my fights, last couple fights, you would think I have absolutely no cardio. Like, what people are going to see is they're going to be amazed at what I've learned here in Puerto Rico over a year in the best place for boxing. And what I've done, and I'm actually out cardioing some of the best guys here. And I've never, and in training, this is what I get to hear. Use your cardio, Angela. And I've never got to hear that before. I'm so happy about it.
Well,
I've never heard that.
You have to have improved cardio because your car is fucking destroyed. So you have to walk and jog everywhere. So hopefully.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, but no, she she destroyed her car herself with the pole.
For a while, I was having to go, and thank God, I walked down the stairs, my front door, and down the stairs, and there's the ocean. Like, I don't know how everybody was flushing their toilets that weren't by the ocean. Like, at least I was able to go down to the ocean and get water to flush the toilet, or to rinse my hands off, or to get cooled off,
Yeah.
But that does build. No, this has definitely helped me. I thought it was going to make a weight cut worse for me. Because I'm not able to eat fresh fruits and vegetables. Everything is rotting before it gets to the stores, and then they're rationing everything that you can have, like a loaf of bread a day, a gallon of water, a package of meat, and there's no fresh fruits and vegetables. So I'm like thinking, oh my God, I think the worst part's going to be trying to cut weight. But I actually woke up today at 124, and I'm 2 months away from my fight. So,
wow,
like,
nice.
I think all this running around and hauling buckets of water and just running my ass off is just making that weight fall off.
It's the easiest cut you've ever had.
Yeah. Unfortunately, but fortunately, in the same way.
So what is your game plan for Amanda? I mean, are you looking to try to keep it standing? What's
my game plan?
Yep.
Well, game plans are all good and everything until certain things come in a fight.
Right.
But yeah. She's got. I don't understand. They said that she's got really good boxing, but it's just the difference of boxing in Puerto Rico and in the States is completely different. Like, we've got a couple of our amateur fighters have over 125. The guys I'm sparring with every day, I've got over 100 rounds of sparring in the last couple months with guys who have over 100 amateur boxing matches or boxing fights. So she doesn't. I don't understand. Her boxing works. It seems to work, but it's not what I would expect of a daughter of a boxing coach or something, is what they were saying. And she's got some sloppy takedowns, but I work too. I just feel like she's gonna have a hard fight, and I feel like she's gonna have a hard fight in front of her. And honestly, I'm not gonna make any predictions, because you know what happened to the last 2 times I made predictions? I actually lost to the way I predicted. So I'm not making predictions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of the people that you fought, I mean, I know Michelle Watterson. I trained down in Jackson's for a while too, and
Michelle. Oh, I used to be at Jackson. I was at Jackson's before Michelle got there, before Julie got there.
Oh,
my
wow.
coach is
That was a
actually one
while
of Jackson's
ago.
black belts. Yeah. The only reason I stopped training there was because I broke my back, and I couldn't afford having an apartment in Albuquerque and having an apartment up north in La Plata, Farmington, and Durango area.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't afford both of them, so I had to stop going there. And that's like the reason why I stopped going to Jackson's, honestly.
Yeah. So do you still talk to Michelle? Are you guys cool? I mean, because
we're cool.
You guys didn't have any problems, I don't think.
I saw her at at the fighters retreat. We talked. Yeah, me and her were friends back in the day. We hung out at the side of the gym. Yeah, Michelle's a great girl. I love Michelle. We get along great. She's a great fighter, and I feel like though I want to have that rematch. I will have that rematch, and I will redeem myself. But I mean, I went into that fight injured. And thinking that I could fight with one side of I literally had a broken collarbone, and I had broken a rib too. So I shouldn't have been fighting, but I needed the money. I had a custody battle, and I had been away from my daughter for a couple months to prepare for this fight, and I just felt like I couldn't go home empty-handed. I had to at least fight, even if I knew I was going to lose. Like I just felt like I had to do it. Like I had put so much into that. And being away from my kid and had sacrificed so much and needed the money. I spent over $50,000 on a lawyer bill for my daughter, and it was like I just was in a bad spot and decided to keep doing it. All the coaches at Alliance told me not to fight, and I just told them I was so stubborn. I said I can't. I have to. I wouldn't even let them. I wouldn't even let them argue with me. I would just say I have to. Nope,
so
I have to. Like they wouldn't.
So your last couple of fights, obviously, you've had a little run of bad luck or whatever. And so looking at this fight, is this a do-or-die situation for you in the UFC?
I don't know. You know what? I'm not even thinking. Now I'm not even going to think about what happened in the past. Is what happened in the past. Since I've come to Puerto Rico, things have changed, and I've taken on these coaches who have dissected every part of my game. Who actually like. I've been to other gyms, even the gym that I grew up in. We would spar on sparring days with the coach there, no matter if their coach there was there or not. And we never had a coach watching us. Every time I'm sparring, there's a coach watching, and that's how they treat all the boxers here. It's really crazy. So there's no such thing as sparring unless both coaches are watching, your coach and the other coach, or the other person's coach from another gym if you're doing that or whatever. So the way that I've had my game dissected and the care that I've had. Like just for myself, like the only focus on me has been amazing, and I think it's really changed what I am. And nobody's really ever seen my potential. I really do believe my personal life has gotten away, but I don't feel like this is a do or die with the UFC, and I just don't think in those ways. Honestly, I'm not that type of person. If they were to cut me for whatever reason, I would make plenty of money any other places. I got plenty of fight left in me.
Well, it seems like anybody that's getting cut or anybody that is not really happy with the UFC is moving over to another organization. I won't put you in that situation, but I think you definitely have that opportunity if you needed to. One of the things that we talked about over text and everything was I compared you to a Conor McGregor, and because you just have this way of talking shit to piss people off in the most. In our opinion, probably the coolest way.
Peaceful peasants. You mean peasants?
Yeah.
The peasants that get pissed off. Those are the ones that are pissed off are the peasants.
But where does that come from? Like, what is your concept? I understand the peasants and your majesty and all that stuff. I get the concept, but what is your concept about it?
Why it happened? Like what? Okay. So when I was on Tough 20, I would literally have people messaging me, telling me I had death threats, telling me that I needed to kill myself so my daughter had a better opportunity at life, talking about my drug-addicted mom, like the meanest, nastiest things you could hear. A lot of it was mostly men. Like the nastiest shit. So I was just like, you know what? those people are peasants. They're not fucking worth my time. Like, fuck them. They're peasants. So that's what I, like, it was those people, and those are the ones I'm talking to. So when people get nervous, oh, how can you call us peasants? Well, if the shoe fits, wear it. You're like, come on.
Right. If you're offended by it,
you're
then
right
you
there
must
making yourself a peasant.
So do you feel like you do that more to get more attention? Like it worked out really well for McGregor. Obviously, he got a huge fight just by talking shit. Do you feel like that's kind of your motivation behind it too? Is draw a little more attention to you so people can see, that you're here, you're ready to fight, you're ready to take on anybody, and you don't give a shit who says what about you.
No, honestly, no. I don't think of it like that. I just think I'm funny. I do it because it makes me laugh. Like, seriously, how could people gotten so mad about the Cyborg and Billy thing? Like that, like there was some truth to that. She really resembles that. Like how could you not have, like, everybody, Brandon Barrett laughed about that shit and then wants to talk shit. Like, come on. I remember him telling everybody, all these people that want to act like this, I remember them talking shit about her. And then I remember them talking shit about her, and then wants to be mad at me, or like.
Oh, we lost her.
We'll get her back.
We lost her. Anyway, if in case we don't, that was UFC fighter Angela Magana out in Puerto Rico trying to help the people out there in her community recover from Hurricane Maria and the follow-up hurricanes. But
maybe she'll call back.
Yeah,
we still got a few minutes to be able to talk. She is funny.
No, and she is, she's got. You have to be, as a fighter. You have to be overconfident. You can't go into a fight. I'm going to do what I can. I mean, we've been in this world a long time. You have to have that mentality.
Yeah, and if you're not, I mean, there's one guy in the UFC right now. His nickname is Mr. Smiles or Smiley. I can't remember it.
Smiling Sam?
Yeah, Smiling Sam. Thank you. And like, you can't piss that dude off.
No.
Like, he's the happiest son of a bitch.
And he doesn't look like a tough guy.
Yeah.
Like, you would in a bar, you would totally be like, dude, shut up.
And he's awkwardly built, and like the whole thing is just weird. But every other person goes in there with just intention, like intention to kill someone.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, like, unless you're like happy and you're happy to kill, for me, like, that was never the point. Like, when I was walking out to my fights, I would rip my shirt off. I would scream. You know what I mean? That was just me. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And then I got to the point where I stopped doing that because I felt like I was getting that adrenaline dump too early.
Yeah.
So I'd stop, and then I'm just, walking down. I got my game face on. There is no smiles on my face. I'm ready to kill someone.
I think that's just the maturity of a fighter, the evolution of that. Because I think any of the mature fighters that are a little bit older, who've been around the game a little bit longer, they don't go through the whole dramatic thing in the beginning of the the walkout or anything like that. My coach Eric Lalone likes to smack the shit out of people. Right before you come into the cage.
He did it to me.
So that gets your adrenaline pumping. But we never really did anything like really super hyped up shit beforehand or anything like that. It was always just warm up back there on the pads and then walk out, get smacked the shit out of you, and get in there and do your job. So.
See, and I'm more. In fact, now that I've progressed. Anytime that I corner anybody, I have certain fighters that literally will call me even if I haven't talked to them for a while, and they'll say, "I need you to corner me," and I'm like, "Dude, we haven't talked for like 4 months, 5 months." So, are you training? Yeah, I'm training. And tell me the gym. Cool. All right, that works. He goes, "Dude, you're the only one that hypes me up." And that's what I mean, like, as a cornerman, like in the back, right before we come out, and that's the only time I do it, is I'm yelling and screaming at him, and I'm telling him the worst possible things that, this asshole's here to take your money.
Right.
He's trying to go after your family and your livelihood, but I'm screaming.
Yeah.
And I'm more pumped up than he is to the point where I get in tears, and I'm like,
That's awesome.
But I mean, that's just me. But now if I were ever to fight, which could happen.
You thinking about fighting again?
Dude, I'm 20 pounds away.
Are you really?
Yeah.
And you're thinking about it?
I'm thinking.
How's the knee?
I'm good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I've lost almost 70 pounds.
I know. I was going to say something to you,
but yeah, and that's not with test or clean or anything. But
that's okay because you're not in the UFC anyway, so fuck it.
Yeah, but So yeah, I don't know. I might fight again.
You need to let me know, man.
So I mean, I'm going to take it very, very slow. If I chose to do that, then I'm talking, 6 months training.